21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
21-0 our score after 1. Just a yard to go here on second down. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. T.J. Logan with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. McManus's point after is good, and it is 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. That one caught out wide by Julio.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Looking downfield for Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. Going right back to Jones, this time the connection made. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time.
Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll complete this one to Collins. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Play action. Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't it? Ball lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Stafford, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
Here's Stafford. Being chased out left. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. From the 50, it's Stafford. Dancing to his left. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play there on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Forced out to his left. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll bring up a second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They'll go for it with Edmonds. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Chase Edmonds in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll throw now on the final play. Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a give to Edmonds. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing again at Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this one is right through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. You're kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 8. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play there on the catch and run.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
This one left side caught by Patterson. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Gurley. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Todd Gurley. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, and incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Sliding out of the pocket. Man open, here is Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. Touchdown! Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go option to the short side. A pitch back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Buying time to his left. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a three-possession fourth quarter lead. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Finding Diggs near the sideline. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the ball here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Throwing is Stafford. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Looking deep for Julio. And got his man complete. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. On 1st and 10, Stafford steps away to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best. But these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. But if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. They go play action here on first down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. Room here to run. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. One last throw here for Stafford. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks,
the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year.
And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for L.A., they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.